Hello everyone, welcome back to another Elden Ring video. Today I'm gonna walk you through Millicent's questline. So if you haven't finished this questline, today I'm gonna take you step by step on how to finish it and what you have to do. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on this video to help the channel grow, and let me show you how to get to the first step of the mission. You have to head to Caelid, to the Caelid Highway South side of Grace, which is that one right there, and then you just have to follow this way right here. We're gonna go meet Gowry at his shack, and there's another side of Grace right here. I'm gonna save it, and it's important to have this one because we're gonna have to keep coming back to him, and this is the closest one, as far as I can tell, to this spot. So right here, right outside his shack, there's gonna be this monster. I wouldn't necessarily kill him because every time you come back he's gonna be here, so don't bother with him. Once you get here, now you talk to Gowry, and the first thing he's gonna ask you once you start talking to him is that he's gonna have a request. Then you select here his request, and he's gonna ask you to bring back the unalloyed gold needle to help Millicent. So once you deplete his dialogue, then just follow me right here. What we have to do is follow this way back around, and we have to go find Commander O'Neill. If you have already beat him, then you already have this equipment or this item, and you can just save at the side of Grace and go talk to Gowry again. If not, just follow this way, and I'm going to show you how to defeat Commander O'Neill and how to find him actually. There's also another side of Grace right here. It's important to save because if you die, then you can come back here if you want and start again. So from the side of Grace, then you kind of want to go south a little bit, and you're gonna find him right there in the middle. I cut it off just because I died, but that's the way. From the side of Grace you go south and you're gonna find him. If you die and you go to the Stake of Marika, then just go around it to the left and you're gonna come to the area where you have to fight him. So to defeat Commander O'Neill, the hardest part is actually defeating the little guys or his allies, so to say, that he summons at the beginning of the fight, and if you kill all of them and you don't kill him, he keeps summoning them. So I would kill his allies first and have your summon out, and as soon as you kill them the first time, then you just go ahead and kill them or go for the Commander O'Neill kill. Then you save at this side of Grace, and now we have to go back to Gowry again at his shack to deliver the needle. So then we just go to the side of Grace. I'm gonna speed up. If you need to slow down, just slow down on YouTube. And here we just go back to Gowry and talk to him again. Once you have depleted the dialogue, you go back to that side of Grace, or the closest side of Grace, and then you sleep there, come back to him, because then he's gonna have the needle ready for you. There we go, he gives us the needle, and now he tells us that we should give the needle to Millicent. Just deplete his dialogue. And the first thing we have to do is actually, he gave us Celia's secret, which is this town right here. So just go all this way up, right here by the golden tree, and we have to light all 3 fires in the town, just like it's written in the Celia's secret. So you come up and you light this fire, and I'm gonna show you where the other 2 fires are. So you see the 2 towers, and those other 2 towers are where the fire are. So all you have to do is just stay on the roofs and keep using the branches to travel across the town. If you fall down, just go back the way that I initially showed you, like I just did. I fell down. Just go all the way back up the stairs, and then you can take any branch that connects to a roof, and then just keep your eyes open for any towers or any enemies on roofs also that might shoot you and do damage or even kill you. So here's the second torch, or the second flame, and then the third one is directly to our right over there, and we're gonna go there right now. this is the third flame, and this part is now set up. Now we can go find Millicent and give her the needle. So to find Millicent, she's gonna be at the Church of Plague over here, but it's actually on top of a cliff, and to get there is a little bit tricky. So we're gonna go to this side of Grace right here, the Dragon Barrel Fork, and then just follow this way to see where she is. Just be careful with the dragons, because there are a lot of them in this area, so just a little hint for you guys. So we're gonna go down there. I placed a marker, and to get down there you can actually come around this way. There's a tree that you can jump onto and reach this part of the map. So once you're in here, just go ahead and save at the side of Grace, and Millicent is right there against the wall, dying pretty much of scarlet rot. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go talk to Millicent and give them the needle that Gowry gave to us. So just go ahead and talk to them and go through the dialogue, and eventually you'll be able to choose give the needle to Millicent and choose that option. Millicent then will take the needle, and the screen will go dark because Millicent is using the needle. So when you come back, Millicent will be there. Let's just give it a second. There we go. So now you have to give Millicent some time. So just go back to the side of Grace right back there. Rest. And then when you wake up, Millicent will be a lot better standing up. So you go back and talk to them once more. Then Millicent will give you the Prosthesis Wearer Heirloom as a gift for having saved Millicent. So just go through the dialogue, keep going through the dialogue, and then I'll show you the next step. Save at the side of Grace, and when you wake up, Millicent is gone. So now what we have to do, we're gonna go back to Gowry's shack, so go back to that side of Grace outside of Gowry's shack, and we're gonna go there one more time. However, this time Millicent will be standing here and Gowry will be nowhere to be found. So just go ahead, talk to Millicent. As you can see, Millicent doesn't have one arm, and this will be relevant in just a few minutes in one of the steps for this mission. So just keep going through the dialogue as always. And once you're done with the dialogues, go back to the side of Grace and come back here, and then Gowry will be here sitting down and not Millicent anymore. So just go talk to him again, deplete his dialogue, and this time you can also study sorcery with him. So if you have the money, the runes, just go ahead and buy all those sorceries that he has. And when you're done, we're gonna now travel to another part of the map finally to go meet Millicent. So the next step is to actually, let's zoom out the map a little bit and go all the way to the top, to the side of Grace, right here. Erdtree Grazing Hill, side of Grace, at the Altus Plateau. Once you arrive here, look to your left and start going up this hill. Millicent will be just up the hill right here to the right. Let me show you. Right here. So now just talk to her again, and she's gonna explain a little bit more of the story, how she connects with Millennia in some sort of way, and keep going through the dialogue. And once you're done, the next step is to actually find an arm for her, a prosthetic arm, and this is found at the Shaded Castle. So from her location right here, just jump on your horse and follow this way. If it's going too fast, just slow down the video and you'll be able to follow it better. So this is the Shaded Castle right here, right back there. I was just making sure there were no enemies. To get to the Shaded Castle inside, just come this way, and on the back side of it there's an entrance. There's a bunch of kind of like zombie-like enemies right here that will bite you, just like this one, so be very careful how you walk through this castle. Just walk a little bit, and here to the left, this roof right here, that's where we want to jump. I'm just checking out this item. So we're gonna go back, jump onto the roof over here, always being careful of the enemies, jump across this lake fast, and then look to your left. I cut there because I got a little bit lost, but once you jump onto the second roof, look to your left and go up this ladder right here. Once you're up here, then you go to your left again, keep going straight. You can kill the enemies if you want. You'll have to kill one enemy right here, right now. There's a big enemy right now. And I recommend you killing him because then you have to go inside here and open this chest. If you don't kill him, it'll be hard to do this. And here's Valkyrie's prosthesis. And this is what you're gonna give Millicent. So now you just have to go back to Millicent. If you can fast travel back, you can do that. Otherwise, let me just give you the way. So you just jump down to the roof and back over here where we entered the castle. And then we just go all the way back that we came from. Once we're back here, Millicent will still be here even if you die and you sleep at a site of grace, and then you can give her the prosthesis that you just got at the Shaded Castle. She'll be thankful, and then once you deplete the dialogue, she'll move. So now that you've depleted the dialogue, go back to the site of grace or any site of grace and just rest. And then she will not be here anymore. And then let's move on to the next site of grace where you have to meet her. It's all the way over here at Dominula. So if you haven't been here, it's a very interesting part of the map. And I'm going to this site of grace right here. You can go to whatever site of grace is closest. And there's going to be a Godskin Apostle at the top of this hill that you will have to defeat to meet Millicent. So there's a site of grace at the bottom of this village. So just go all the way up. Be careful with these little witches that are dancing around. They're very powerful. And here's the Godskin Apostle that you'll have to kill in order to meet Millicent again. So once you defeat the Godskin Apostle, right here as you can see I actually died and then my summon killed the Godskin Apostle, and fortunately that counted, so it doesn't matter. That's all that matters. So I just revived at the site of grace or the Stake of America right there, and I got a Godskin Peeler, which is a really good weapon, and the Scouring Flame or Scouring Black Flame. So once you're here, if the same thing happened to you, just go back up. There's a site of grace that will pop up once you defeat the boss, and just go ahead and save there if you want. But Millicent will be right here to the left, as you can see. So once you've done everything, go ahead and talk to Millicent one more time. Go through the dialogue. Then let's move on to the next location where Millicent will be to meet us and talk to us again. So this is at the northernmost part of the map, and we want to go to the site of grace that I'm going to show you in a second. I'm just showing you all the site of grace to show you exactly which one you want to teleport to. And it's the ancient Snowy Valley ruined site of grace. This one right here. If you don't have that one, or if you haven't unlocked this area, then you have to work to unlock this area, and then Millicent will be here. Once more, you have to deplete the dialogue to move on to the next stage of this questline. So for the next stage, we are finally getting to the later part of the questline, but now we have to move to Haligtree. So again, if you haven't been to Haligtree, that's where Millennia is. that's where you have to meet Millicent one more time. So here, if you had the prayer room side of grace unlocked, this is pretty much the first side of grace that you come across once you've gotten to the main Haligtree part. So this is inside a church. Once you're here, Millicent will be to your right next to a column inside the church. As you can see now, Millicent's wearing the prosthesis that we gave her. And now, once you deplete this dialogue, we're going to move to another side of grace inside Haligtree. So now we need to move to the drainage channel side of grace. If you don't know how to get here, I'll put a link in the description and in the card above of how to get to Millennia inside Haligtree, and that will help you get to this side of grace. So once you have that unlocked, just fast travel to this side of grace, because now we have to defeat a big boss. Once at the side of grace, you want to go back, but let me just show you. If you go forward, it's light outside, you don't want to go, you want to go back and up this little drainage channel and up this ladder right here. Then to the right, over here, and we're going to go across that branch right there that we showed you. So let's just go up this way to the right. So we want to go across there, but here we cannot reach, as I'm showing you right now. So that's why we have to go up. Let me show you now where is up. So right at the top of this little hill right here, there's going to be an enemy in front of you, and you want to definitely kill them because they can shoot you with pest threads from a distance that do a lot of damage and hurt a lot. So once you're here, just walk on this branch or tree trunk and jump onto this little part right here. To activate the boss fight, you actually have to walk into this little blood, let's say lake or pond in front of you, and then the boss will pop out of this liquid. So here I'm just showing you, there's an item right here that you can get, and then here's the boss. Everything starts to shake, and this is the boss. So the weaknesses of this boss are fire and frostbite. Anything else will be, if you're overpowered, then it doesn't matter. But if you're struggling, try to use anything with fire. So right there I died back there, and now I'm using my fire weapon, the dragon that we get from Godric. And then here, if you go up on one of the sides, he kind of gets stuck sometimes. And then I'm kind of cheesing, but that's the way I found best to kill this boss, this annoying boss, if you're just trying to get through the questline to get to the end of Millicent's questline. So once you've defeated this boss, then you get a golden seed. Then we have to go back to the drainage channel side of grace, and we'll have to come back here, and I'll explain to you. There are two ways that this quest can end now. So back to the drainage channel side of grace. Once you're there, just do the same path back that I showed you before. And once you're here, you're gonna want to look for two symbols on the ground. There's gonna be a golden one and a red one. So those are the two options you have. You can be summoned to challenge Millicent or summoned to help Millicent. So first off, if you choose to challenge Millicent, once you've actually defeated Millicent in this fight, you will earn Millicent's prosthesis. However, be careful, because if you choose this way and you defeat her, that questline will end right here. There will be no other steps. On the other hand, if you choose the other option, there are other steps that you can take that I'll show you up next. So if you have chosen to help Millicent, there will be 4 NPCs that you'll have to defeat to actually move on in the questline. So these NPCs can be fairly hard, but Millicent is actually very powerful, has the same attack as Millennia, and this is really good. Once you've done that, you will earn the Rotten Winged Sword and Sights. And then go back to the Drainage Channel Site of Grace one more time and go back to where we just fought the NPCs. On the other side of the spawn right here, Millicent will be sitting down and just talk to her again, deplete the dialogue to move on for the next quest step. Once you've depleted the dialogue, one more time go back to the Drainage Channel Site of Grace, and then let's head back to Millicent and see what happened. So once you get here, you'll see that Millicent has actually passed away, and you get the unalloyed gold needle back. Now we want to head to Millennia. And again, if you haven't gotten there, I'll leave a link in the description on how to get to Millennia. And we have to head to the Haligtree Roots Site of Grace. Once you're here, if you have defeated Millennia, then we're gonna use the needle on the flower that she drops or she leaves behind once you defeat her. If you use the needle on the flower, you get Mikola's needle and then a somber ancient dragon smithing stone. And this is it, and now the quest is done. So let me know in the comments down below if you like this tutorial, what other tutorial you want to see, and subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.